Good morning. Today is today's the 2-year anniversary of the day that my dad passed, and so I've been working on this video for quite a while. Actually, I thought today would be the perfect day to put this out there for you guys. I am going to give you a video of the process of making my dad's memorial garden at my mother's house, start to finish. When I started filming this was one of the first videos that I took when I was getting ready to start uploading videos to YouTube. So there's definitely a progression. I have something special at the end too, to just kind of introduce you a little bit to, who my dad was and kind of celebrate him and the heart that he had for his family, for other people, and celebrate the garden that has been created in his honor. So it's a little bit different of a video today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Ruth. This is Fay Hollow Homestead, and I hope you enjoy. We've got the cardboard down. As soon as we get the compost, that's going to go directly on top of the cardboard. And then as soon as we get that on, we're going to immediately put the leaf mold on top, because we don't want any weeds to take root at all. So there's not going to be an opportunity for those weeds to get in with the compost, and then immediate leaf mulch on top. And then we'll be able to start planting. Okay, so here we are. We got the mulch down and the dirt down and the edging down for her new bed. And we killed the grass here on purpose. There's going to be a pergola there, and she's going to put down some gravel and things like that, and make kind of like a seating area. But then last year we went to Millmont, which is my favorite Mennonite run nursery. It is just incredible. And we got a bunch of plants for the garden this year, but we didn't have this bed made yet. So I should take these off. It's very bright though. So what she did was she put them in the ground, planted them. Well, actually we both did, and let them overwinter in the ground here, so that when she puts them into this bed over here, not only would they be bigger, she would be sure that she has them, but they overwinter a lot better in the ground than they would in a pot. So it's too bright. I'm gonna put these back on. Sorry guys. Okay, so I gotta rearrange a couple of things and put some things in. So here we go. We didn't get all the plants out because my life is crazy and I have to go to work now. But, I mean, look at that gorgeous situation that we got going on over there. I'm gonna leave this with my mother. She's gonna get what she can into the ground tonight, and then we'll just keep plugging away at it until it's done, and then we can just enjoy. So here's the ginkgo tree, looking mighty fine and tall. It's gonna be the centerpiece of the whole garden. We layered some really good soil with a little bit of that clay stuff, with some more good soil with a little bit more of the clay stuff, and then put the mulch on top. So hopefully that gives it a good environment to be able to spread its roots and grow really big. After all that work, things are pretty much done. The only thing that we need to do is there's a couple of benches that we want to put out here that are special to my father and that are special just in general. So once those get out, then it'll be completely done as far as the garden goes. My mom is still going to add some more, some crushed gravel, and there will probably be a pergola of some sort as well. Let me give you the tour of what we got going on right now. Okay, so here we go. Now my mom did want to have a vegetable area, but she only wanted to grow a little bit of things that she really enjoyed. So we got some herbs out here, the dill and the fennel, and the lavender and the rosemary and the sage is honor of my dad. The rest is vegetables that she likes to have and that she likes to feed the kids. So we have watermelon, here's the dill, we have some tomatoes, basil, nasturtiums, parsley, we've got some sedums, thyme, more basil, this is some squash, the tricolor sage, some Santolina, the gray Santolina, which is absolutely beautiful, some eucalyptus. Can you tell my mom and I shop together? And then over here, so here we have a hydrangea. This is a limelight, another limelight, and another limelight. And then this is an oak leaf hydrangea over here. She has a fig tree because she was there with me when we had figs and decided that that's the best thing on the planet. And then there's a blueberry bush, another blueberry. This is a pink lemonade blueberry. And then another blueberry bush here. Here's some lavender. I gave her this lavender for her birthday last year. And then some salvias in between. So that's our side garden. Pollinators is what we're going for here. So here we have a hydrangea and another hydrangea right here. And then she's got some really excellent shrubs that are gonna go across the back, and they're gonna fill in completely, so it's gonna kind of create like a little oasis area where you can't see beyond. And then this is the ginkgo tree, and if you can see that this has got kind of a centralized location for where everybody's gonna be sitting. If you're up on the porch, looking across, this is kind of like the main thing. And the ginkgo tree is like the main plant that we have put in to commemorate my father's memory for many reasons, symbolically for what the ginkgo tree represents, as well as it was also his favorite tree. So this tree is going to hold a place of honor. Okay, so here is the big main garden that we put in. The deer have come in and eaten a little bit. So you see, these are some Ligularias right here, Ligularia, and that is the rocket variety because my dad really loved the song Rocket Man. And then we have a lot of daisies throughout the whole thing, because daisies were his favorite flower. A lot of these names of plants are going to have a type of significance that's special to my mom and dad. So this one is the serendipity allium. and there's some real significance there. There's some really great pollinators. That's the main thing, is we want to be getting as many pollinating butterflies and hummingbirds in as possible, and specifically the butterflies that we want to get in are the tiger swallowtails. And so a lot of these plants in here, well, they're pretty much all perennials, but they're specifically a pollinator for the swallowtail butterfly. So you can just see, like, there's also kind of a theme with the purples and the yellows and the white, and then there's these pops of red, which I think is absolutely stunning. And this bed, my mother had all this brick. It kind of came with the house in the basement, and so she put all this in, and it looks really beautiful. And the idea was the smaller spreading things are here in the front area for where you're seated here, and then just a little bit on this side. But then as they mature, these plants are going to kind of rise up a little bit, and the ones in the back are going to get real large and tall. And so it'll be kind of a rising bed. You'll be able to see a lot. It's very beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. Here's a beautiful Hardy Hill rosemary, a few of them, and yeah, some pin cushions. Like this echinacea. Look at this echinacea. It's a double bloom echinacea. Isn't that gorgeous? I just think that is so stunning. And daisies like crazy. I think they're actually called crazy daisy. And we got some beautiful grasses. Those are important because every time we'd be around a garden area, if there was some tall grasses, my dad would always point out and say, "Oh, he just loved that. Look at the way they move. They're really beautiful." So these are some smoke bushes. I just put those in today, and so these are a yellowy green variety, and then here's a purple variety of the smoke bush. I still have to take away these pots, but I am wiped from today. It was hot. It was like 98 degrees, and digging in this dirt, you know, I told you. Okay, so all this, and then we've got this nice water feature here to feed the birds, which he really enjoyed watching, as well as any butterflies, hummingbirds, or anything along those lines as well. So you've seen I have a memorial garden for my dad at my house that I planted. It definitely has daisies and all these pollinators in it as well. We planted one here for my mom, for him, and you may wonder why did we feel like it was so important to have a memorial garden for my dad, so much so that we both had one. And he was a gardener, and he loved gardens. And I have old home videos of him videotaping without commentary the community garden that he and my mom created, and you can tell that he's just enraptured with it, and so I'll claim some of that and why I am the way that I am. But he loved it, and he loved every bit of it, and I think it's so special to have a VHS, you know, of a garden long past that my dad planted, along with my mom, and he's just taken me on a garden walk, and I think that's so cool. So this was really the only thing to do, plant a garden. I have a voice clip of my dad, and we knew he was passing, and when my sister and my brother came and visited for the last Father's Day that he had with us, they were sitting in the room with me, and he was laying there in his bed that hospice provided, and he was kind of just giving us a little bit of life advice, and we were videotaping it, and so I have this sound recording as well. Like, I took the sound off of it, and I'm going to put that on here, and just so you guys can kind of we loved him so much. And that weekend was just about us showing him how much we loved him. And so he talks about how much we love him. But then he also talks about how much he loves us. And kind of how are we able to continue, you know. And anyway, I'll put that on here so you can kind of have a glimpse of how special my daddy is. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.
What you have become and the adventures that you guys are going to go on. If those things are done with integrity and character and with a view toward now you step into that role of those wonderful benefits that a father and a mother and any relationship that you have, when you step into those roles, that then brings it to the best thing that could ever happen to me, is that we have the courage to move into, with everything that we've got, to move into that. And if I have done anything, let it be to the view that it moves with strength and love into the next generations. And regardless of the relationship, that the people that you, but all those people and what they say and what they do, that you touch people's lives. And I see so much more in you guys that people saw in me as I was growing up. And but I love you guys a lot. I love you a lot, and I love you a lot. I love you a lot. And let your sails down. Let your sails down and go out there and go on the proper adventures that are meant, that you're being called to go on. And you know, go sailing. Go find what's out there. So thank you. You guys are the best.